Well, I just don't know what to say. Started off with the wrong music. Well, it's an impromptu stream anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, as I just tweeted, it's been a lousy last set of weeks. And hey everybody, it's me, Super Pac. Welcome to my channel. Here on Twitch. And as an update, London Lass is still in the hospital for the foreseeable future, at least the near future. Some complications arose. She is hanging on. She's a tough cookie. She's doing her darn best. And I really wish I could have taken her home today. Today, June 4th, is her birthday. Just for that to be out there. And I've already mentioned that on a couple of different streams. And they were rather generous with the response. And I particularly thank Lollipop Jai and Chat for really brightening up London Lass's day. It really made an incredible difference. As they used to say in Lionel Playworld, it turned that frown upside down. And most certainly did. So, thank you very much. This is kind of what we were going to do on one of the Monday streams, kind of a condensed version, if you will. We were going to do for the month of May on Mondays why I got something. We did a couple of them. Why I got a Nintendo, of course it was for Donkey Kong and a handful of other games. Why I got, excuse me, the Atari 7800, which was largely an arcade port machine in the very beginning, and it really kind of stood out for that too, as far as the translations of some of the best games out there pre-Crash. Of course, Crash was 1983, but this particular case, this is a second generation console. What's that? First generation, it's kind of a confusing generation. Some would argue it would be the Pong machines and all those little electronics machines you hooked up to your television, like the Radio Shack 8-in-1, the Pong, Super Pong. Could arguably say the original Magnavox Odyssey, which was the very first interchangeable cartridge system prior to that of the Atari. That came out in 1972. Atari came out in 1977 with the VCS. But then along came other systems that kind of could outpower the Atari. And Atari would come out with one of them themselves, the Atari 5200. But others would come about as well. Mattel made the Intellivision, which was an okay machine, I have to admit. I particularly was fond of it. In fact, I can show a few games in the foreseeable future, because I do have one to show off. But the biggie, the granddaddy of the second generation, in my opinion, was the ColecoVision. Now, what the heck is a ColecoVision? The ColecoVision, I didn't come up with any graphics, so I apologize for that. Like I said, this is just like all in the thing. Coleco, that was a company that came out in Connecticut, and it was the Connecticut Leather Company, and made all kinds of goods. But in the 1980s, they really kind of shined. 70s actually kind of started. They started making pinball machines for the home arcade. And then they started making video games. And they made the ColecoVision. Now, they made video games for other consoles as well. Notably and notoriously, Donkey Kong for the Atari VCS was one of the more infamous Coleco games, I should say. Certainly one for the Atari. But then they also made their own system. And their exclusive big title was a near perfect, one could argue that, but at the time we didn't really argue it too much. Near arcade perfect Donkey Kong. And that is certainly the reason why I got a ColecoVision. And amongst other games. Now, it came out with 9 titles when it first came out. It came out with Cosmic Avenger, which was the first game developed by Nubatech. It was not Coleco, it was a thingy thing. Smurf, which unfortunately was an in-house Coleco. Donkey Kong, then Carnival, Mousetrap, Ventures, Axon, Ladybug, and Turbo. All of which were arcade games. You gotta remember, this was the thing back in the day, bringing the arcade to home. Now, Atari, when the VCS came about, there wasn't really a whole lot of arcade games yet. Remember, the Space Invaders hadn't even come out yet. That would come out about a year later. So they had to come out with all kinds of original games. Some of them were based off their arcade games, like Breakout, of course, Pong. Then, of course, they came out with Combat, which was basically Tank. And then they added some extras to that. But, of course, Space Invaders would come out shortly thereafter. And, of course, Atari had to come out with theirs. So that was the mindset back in that particular day and time. I'm going to put on the actual correct music, because that's the big, way too long bridge that I wrote like 9 million years ago. So, why get a ColecoVision? Why just stick with the Atari? Well, ColecoVision actually had a better graphics processor. It actually had a better overall processor. More colors, better sounds. It was more expensive. But it delivered. That's the thing. It delivered its promises, and to bring your game, your favorite arcade game, to your home. And that's quite a promise. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up real fast via the emulator. If I can pick the right screen, there it is. I've done this before. I really have. So let's take a look at the old console, shall we? There it is. So ColecoVision, it presents Nintendo's Donkey Kong. Now, the thing about this particular game is that they didn't have Nintendo's cooperation to make it. It wasn't that Nintendo didn't want them to make it. God knows. Nintendo was more than happy to have their products go out to as many people as possible by any means possible. As a matter of fact, truth be told, when Nintendo was coming out with their own console back in 1985, in fact, it came out in 1983 for the Famicom, they were willing to test the waters in 1984 to come out for a North American version of the Famicom, and they actually went to Atari, and Atari said, no, we're done with all this because the market had crashed. So they went out and ventured on their own. They actually went out and the streets of New York and sold it personally. In fact, the president of Nintendo himself was out there doing so. It was the thing. Donkey Kong was Nintendo's baby. In fact, without Donkey Kong, we wouldn't even have a Mario. Mario was actually the star of the game. Although he started off as a character named Jumpman, he quickly got the name Mario. It was kind of a dispute whether he was a landlord or he was a janitor. But nevertheless, he was found in the Nintendo of America's building in some capacity. So here it is, ColecoVision's Donkey Kong. So let's go ahead and unpause it real fast. This, of course, is emulator because I don't have an RF switch hooked up to my computer because this is one of those manual ones. They didn't have the automatic signal yet. But there it is. Now, you can select skill. Of course, 1 is easy, 4 is difficult. Of course, there's 2 players as well. 2 players is alternating, much like the arcade game. So let's go ahead and shut down my mess, the music that I wrote like millions of years ago. And let's go ahead and start the game, shall we? Oh my goodness, look at that. Now, the first thing you'll notice is no intro, of course. But take a look at Mario. He is a pixel-perfect, near-pixel-perfect version of Mario that you find in the arcade game. As a matter of fact, the barrels are the right size, so are the hammers, so are the platforms, the ladders, etc. So why is Donkey Kong on the wrong side of the screen? Well, simply because it is pixel per pixel correct, or allegedly. Remember, the game is a vertical game, so he can't fit. Get up there. He can't fit on the right side. Now here they had to scrunch down the thing because of that. So, pixel perfect be damned. It's not quite the same thing. Now, is this game arcade perfect? Hell no. In fact, I've already found some glaring flaws. Like, for example, the fireball doesn't hit the hammer, it more or less hits you. Does it matter? For most of us? Nah. It was actually aesthetically quite pleasing. So aesthetically pleasing, we didn't care about the rules. As a matter of fact, there is no arcade perfect Donkey Kong for the home, unless you emulate it. Don't do that. I only have 2,000 points left. Oops. No, he won't count. Oh, this might be an error. Oh, noes. No, go up quickly. Now. No. You sicko effing. Yeah, I hear you. And also the board's not in the correct order either, but never mind that. It looks like Donkey Kong, damn it, there's no spring here. First thing I noticed when I first got this. But of course, it has this board. That's a plus right there. Because the Atari 2600 version didn't have this. That's fine. I can live with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm surprised. Now, in the original game, if you fell more than your own actual height. Why is there a fireball up there with Donkey Kong, for Christ's sakes? Go on, go on. Thank you. Bye. Okay. I don't want that purse. No, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Don't like you. And you're gonna go up there. Can't win. There shouldn't be a fireball up there. But there is. But there is. Okay, screw the... No, you know what? We need the points. Alright, there you go. Like I said, not perfect. But it was the reason why we got Donkey Kong, as of course it was the packed-in game. So as soon as you got your ColecoVision, you opened it from the box, you plugged it into the wall socket, and hooked it up to your TV, you got to play this. Oh, what glorious times it was. Good job. Good job. The second generation of gaming. Now, as I'm a product of the first generation, you know, this, from Atari's standpoint, yeah, it was much more superior. Again, they didn't have Nintendo's cooperation. What they did was simply they took the arcade game and they brought it into their office, and they kind of, you know, said, okay, let's build a game around this. Let's see what we can do. How can we make it look just like the arcade game? I'm fine. It's okay. Okay, you see the platform was there. I'll do it the hard way. Also, neat little quick bit on here. If you tap down or up twice on a ladder, you'll actually increase your speed. Not sure why they did that. It was not a thing in the game. Must be like the Billy Mitchell way of thing. Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. Sorry. Sorry! Alright. We'll do it this way. Nothing against Billy Mitchell. Nothing at all. He only beat me a couple of times in Pac-Man tournaments. That's okay. That's fine. No hard feelings. It's only 40 years ago. Okay, you suck. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, okay. This is my opportunity. It only took me all my lives. And notice that they're all around me. And they all scatter. There you go. That's my extra life. Oh, I don't get one. That's right. You're probably asking why. And what happens is that the fireballs were actually spawning right where I was standing. Now, in the arcade game, they actually spawn on the opposite side of where you are. So if you happen to be on the far left, they'll spawn on the far right or whatever. Okay, that's... Okay, there's a hammer. Grab it. Grab the effing hammer. Jesus. Things I do. Alright. Okay, go, go, go. There you go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. That could have gone... It's like a never-ending... Oh, I got my extra life. 15,000! Hell, the arcade game is only 7. Okay. The elevator's going much faster. And... Nope. Okay. Yep. Make up your mind. Okay. Seriously? So, let's just say the game was not perfect. But, was it worth having? Abso-frickin-lutely. Say, yep, I got an arcade Donkey Kong at home. That's what the ColecoVision promised. They promised to have oh wow. It actually had the drop sound. Really? I survived. I'm not going to argue that one. And that's it. 0 means 0. Nothing from nothing. So, was it worth it? Yeah, it was. Actually, it's nice having another console. Like I said, the Atari is going to be the king of video game consoles from the generation. It is what it is. History is pretty much set in stone. And if you recall, Atari had their own problems. They had their own quality control problems. Coleco, not so much. Coleco did a very good job. The arcade games that I mentioned before, like I said, some of them you may have heard of, some of you not. And, of course, there's that one dreaded Smurf game. Now, my best friend growing up, I won't mention his name, but he really was... Well, let's put it this way. Let's say he's a mild-mannered Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, and I am more or less Leonard, okay? But we kind of grew up in the middle school years. And we went on going up, and we didn't go to college together. We kind of hoped to do so, but, things happen. Shit happens, as we say. And so he went his way, I went mine. And we meet up every once in a while. He's a great guy, though. And he pretty much, while the video game crash went around us, we kind of defied that. And we played games anyway. So, yeah, he really loved ColecoVision. I loved ColecoVision. We had a lot of fun playing together. But he loved the Smurfs. And we'll take a look at that one in just a second. I'm not great at this game. I don't pretend to be great at this game. I'm not great at a lot of games, to be fair. But let's go ahead and turn you off. But to be fair, I just enjoy playing games. I never really... The only games I really went out of my way to do well with was Galaga, Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man. The arcade Donkey Kong, I kind of played survival. I don't play like Artie 80s arcade kid does. If you happen to see him, he's fantastic. He's from Australia. And he goes bonkers. He goes for points. And I just kind of get to the top, hoping I get a big bonus at the end. But that's me. That's just the way I play. Okay, let's see. Fatal error. Uh-oh. Is it rebelling against me already? Well, look at this. I don't get to play Smurfs. All right. Just double check. Okay, one says yes. Okay, well, I don't know. Unfortunately, I get to play it. So, hang on. Let's hit pause. And let's go ahead and pair it up. Now, like I said, I'll just play the game. Y'all can draw your own conclusions. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, so let's go ahead and unpause. Now, with many of the games that Coleco made, they actually allow you to go with skill. Atari did the same thing, by the way. If you kept on hitting the select buttons, the number at the top of the screen, wherever it may be, would change. And of course, the difficulty would increase, or the type of game it was would increase, or the rules may change slightly, or whatever. Well, this is kind of the same thing, except with your controller, you had a numeric pad. This was kind of the thing. In fact, all of the second-gen consoles of that era, the 5200, the ColecoVision, and even the Intellivision, had numeric pads with their joysticks. They were all also uncomfortable as hell. All three of them universally sucked. Although, I will say, it sucked in various degrees. But, suck is just part of the way to learn things, I guess. So, 1 is easy. Once again, 4 is hard. Like I said, my best friend could play this game blindfolded. I could play this game as if I wanted to kill the Smurf. So I will. Oh my god, it's so nauseatingly cute. Okay, so what you want to do... You don't use your buttons, but you will... Okay, you will crash into the fence. So what you want to do is you hit up. Okay. What you want to do is hit up as you try to jump... Oh, okay. What you want to do is you want to try to hit up as you go over the fence. Like that. And pray that you actually make it. Like that. Nope, not like that. Okay, like this. Oh, I get to start all over. Okay, I made it. And again. Okay, yeah. Oh, now I also have to jump over this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I kind of played it the same way I would, but I don't get to use a joystick because I don't have a Coleco joystick. I have my my computer's controller. So it's not quite the same. Not even close. Gotta wait for the screen to reset. But that's essentially it. You're just pretty much going on avoiding obstacles and hopefully rescuing Smurfette. It's called Smurf's Rescue. Oh my god. You know what? Let's just go ahead and just soft reset this thing. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Oh, the memories it's bringing back. And should my friend be watching, sorry. You know, he might actually recognize my avatar because I've had that avatar of mine, Happiness Personified. I've had for like over 35 years now. So it's he could probably recognize it if he's looking carefully. I doubt he's on Twitch. I doubt he even cares. Try again. Like I said, this is kind of nauseatingly cute. Now, if you take a look, you have an energy meter also at the top that decreases rather rapidly. Okay. That decreases rather rapidly. And jump. Nope, too soon. Okay, and you notice it's a little random. Nope. Okay. It's a slightly random. Oh, I made that one. Miracle. And jump. Nope. Okay. Close. That's literally the game. Yeah. That's. So yeah, this is Smurf Rescue. It's from Coleco. It's one of the in-house games. It's one of the few non-arcade ports. It's quite annoying. Okay, I hit up. Yep. Okay. Just for this game, I may actually have to rework the controller for this. There you go. Because it's so damn hard. There you go. And look at that. Oh, the cliff's way the hell over there now. Yay! And that whole blade of grass. Yes, that whole blade of grass is going to stop you. Uh-oh. Multiple. And yes, the Smurf farts as he jumps over the stalagmites. Okay. Really? Do I dare play this one more time just for the shits and giggles? Sure. Why not? You have to understand, this is... We were like... How old were we? Damn it. We were like 10 or 11 when we were playing these games. And... Saturday morning TV was a thing. And, you know, to be fair, adults were watching these frickin' cartoons as well. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I made that one. Okay, come on, Pac-Man. Nope. No. Yep. Yes. Once again, that blade of grass. Oh my god, it's so sharp. Must be sawgrass. That's all I could... Okay, you got one fart coming up. Yep. Okay, you got two of them now. Okay, and... Ah! Oh my god. Yep. Okay. Okay, there's Gargamel's house. And a second Gargamel's house. Yep, okay. Okay, first Gargamel's house, I think. Yeah, because falling down that little thing is too treacherous for this Smurf, because he sucks. Okay. And we're back to a fence in the forest. Oh my god, I'm actually getting used to this game. No! Can't do that. Oh, God. Okay, okay, I'm kind of lost. Is there a thing here? I have energy, and it's depleting. I just don't get it. Okay, great. Okay. And, okay, I guess there was supposed to be something here. Maybe in the harder levels. I don't know. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, so close. Oh, the treachery. I love the I love the little cracks in the brick too. If you take a look, it looks like one's a hand just reaching out, begging for mercy, while the other one is a claw coming down, ready to suck the life out of you. But yeah, you know what? Put this game out of its misery. Okay, that's the Smurfs. If you enjoyed that, please give me a follow for God's sakes, because I don't want to do that again. But that's that. Okay. Let's see. Now, one of my favorite arcade games, and this was also a launch title. It's one of the reasons why I got this too, because the Atari 2600 was okay, but it kind of made it more, not quite a top-down, but more of a, instead of a 3/4 position, you're just pretty much looking and going forward. So, when they came out with Zaxxon for the ColecoVision, I think this was, Sega made the original. I think Coleco actually made this version, although Sega, I think, made the Atari version. I'm not sure. It's been like so effing long. All right, so let's do that, and let's go ahead and bring this one up. You might like this game. You may have seen this game a few times in some of the Sega compilations that came out over the years. If you had the Sega Genesis Classics for the PlayStation 2, one of the arcade games that came along for the ride wasn't in the extras doohickey, was indeed Zaxxon. Zaxxon was one of my absolute favorite Sega games of the time. That and Star Trek. If you haven't played either of those, you've missed out. Now, this game, however, there was a serial by Ralston. That would be Ralston Purina, excuse me, Slate. And it was called Halvesies. Halvesies had half the sugar because, you know, us fat kids back in the 80s ate far too much sugar. So, yeah. So, in order to make cereal, like, you know, palatable, they reduced the sugar by half, called it Halvesies, and it did not work. But one of the promotions that it had with it, that if you sent in enough box tops and had fervent prayer going on your side, you could actually wind up with a Sega arcade Super Zaxxon cabinet delivered to your home. And you got to remember, those cabinets back in the day, they cost about $2,000 to $3,000 retail, so they weren't cheap. Back in also around that time, there was a game show called Starcade, which you played arcade games, and you could possibly win your own arcade game if you had the best score or if you beat a predetermined target score. So this was one of the games that, okay, I want this for my home, and I want to play it just like I did in the arcade game. And this actually kind of delivered. So let's take a look. As usual, ColecoVision presents Sega Zaxxon is going to give you some skill settings. And it's the usual variety, 1 through 4, 1 or 2 player. There it is. And because we are such wimps here on Super Pack, we're going for 1. Take a look. Okay, now the animation is a little bit choppy, but that's fine. It's the gameplay, and listen to that sound too. And it's in the correct 3/4 perspective. Now, you want to shoot those green things that I totally missed because I'm stupid. But that's your fuel. Watch out for those rockets that shoot up, because they will destroy you. Also, hitting walls and force field barriers and things of that nature. Or, of course, if you happen to like run out of fuel, or just like, you know, collide into a fuel tank, you will die. Okay, so it brought me back here. And, of course, there we go. No, we're just going to stay up here in the air. It's nice. Lots of free space. Okay, we need fuel. Let's see this. Okay, they're launching missiles. They clearly don't like me. And I keep colliding into the stupid fuel can. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can do this. Now, to be fair, the Atari 5200 also had a Zaxxon, which was actually better than this one. Believe it or not, it's rare that a 5200 game actually beat a ColecoVision game, but it does happen from time to time. And it just happened to be one of them. Okay. Now, sooner or later, I'm going to clear this. There you go. Go through this big white gap. And watch out for those missile-firing jets. It's like going to outer space. Now, here, the fuel is not... Jesus. And they come at you like in Galaga style, some of them. At the end of this board, there is a super robot that you get to destroy. Yeah, right. You never get to destroy. It's impossible. You can't destroy him. I've tried. Talking about the arcade version. Screw this one. Okay. Up. Okay. Cool. All right. Now. Down. Fuel gets expelled once again. I guess because... Okay. Okay. Don't quite remember that one in the arcade game, but must be me. And there's the elevator. Notice that you also have an H and L, high and low thingy there. Okay, don't remember that one per se either. Don't remember the moving tank in the arcade game. Must be one of those Mandela effect things. Don't remember that either. Although it is pretty cool. I'm not gonna say it's not. It really is cool. Now, sooner or later, I'm going to see this big old robot, and that's not one of them. Okay, I actually hit him. Great. And missed all that. Sooner or later, this will come to a stop. Yep. And now I got to destroy him. Did not destroy him. Okay. I have to shoot down his rocket. Okay. Back to the robot. Okay, got rid of... Okay. Come on, fight! You suck. Okay, next round. That's it. That's it. Okay, next round, more torture. I hit the wall. Even though my shots didn't hit the wall, I hit the wall. But of course. Okay. Cleared that. Okay, I need to shoot that. I need to shoot fuel tanks and rockets. And whatever's shooting at me at the side. That would be those tanks, I guess. Not too fond of them. Okay, I actually hit the fuel tank instead of crashing into it. That's good. Okay. Oh, we can do this. Okay. Tanks shoot from the side and shoot from nowhere. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, don't piss off the tanks. Tanks are not too bad. And they shoot to the side. They can shoot at my shadow for all I care. I don't care. Oh shit. Okay. And that came out of nowhere. Those are the force fields I mentioned before. And now we get to do some high fancy flying against the jets. Not necessarily from New York. Okay. We're getting there. Okay. Close. I actually hit one of these. I did. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where's the wall? Okay. Okay. I can't believe that. Wow. Pretty cool game, though. Now, it's not as smooth as the arcade game, per se. The board scrolling, of course, is a bit jumpy, but that's okay. The gameplay was actually pretty good. It wasn't exact. No, like I said, I don't remember some of the things from the arcade game that are in this game, simply because they didn't exist in the arcade game. But still, it's still a fun game to play. Very much Zaxxon-y, if there's such a word. And really was a cool game to play. The graphics are incredible. When you actually take a look at the 2600 version of this, and even though the 5200 was much more smoother than this, but it wasn't as detailed as this. And the detail, like the fuel drum that you see over there next to Game Over, and the 5200 version didn't have that kind of detail to it. So, yeah, this was a pretty cool game to have. I actually love this game. It's very fun to have. And there was a few other games that I really liked in here. We're going to show a couple more before we turn in tonight. Like I said, I've kind of... It's been a rough few weeks, like I said. It has not been kind. So, okay, now, there was a stupid little game from Universal. Now, Universal was the publisher here in America. And it was called Carnival. Now, you may have seen this game from time to time. It's an interesting little game. Let's go over there real fast. Very, very much like the arcade game, I have to admit. Do I even have it here? It is not here. Never mind. Carnival is great, but it's not here, so screw it. I could have sworn I had it. Mousetrap. That's what I meant to say. Mousetrap. So what's Mousetrap? Mousetrap is another game that came about. Came from Exidy. And we'll take a look at that real fast. This actually was one of the songs that made it to Buckner and Garcia's Pac-Man Fever LP back in 1982. And it's a cute little game. It's kind of like a Pac-Man game, except you are a mouse. And you collect the various dots on the board, but you can also collect bones. Now, bones, if you happen to collect one, you can turn that into and you can become a dog. Now, you're chased by cats. So let's take a look at how all that works, shall we? Again, another Coleco game. Again, it's going to have a similar menu of skill difficulty. There it is. One's easy, four's not. And let's go one. And let's go one. And there we go. Oh, dear. Now, you use your keypad to move the doors, bad bee. Let's do that. Now, you can also use the exits here and go to the tunnels. Or not, okay? Let's turn that. Okay. Okay, I can now eat cats. Yes. Get him, yeah! Stupid ass cat. Now, in the later difficulty games, there is a hawk that comes by. He's not in this one because I picked level 1. But a hawk will come by and start screaming across the screen. And literally, well, he tries to capture me. So what I try to do is I try to go into the inn here. And that would allow me to escape from the hawk. But since he's not here, we're just going to go in there anyway. Brought me over here to the 4 things. Okay, I trapped 2 of the cats. That's good. But unfortunately, I got cheese in them too. So that's going to be a problem. Okay, I got the bonus cheese. That's worth 1,000 points. Think about like the cherry of that in Pac-Man. There's a key over there now, too. Collect that, they'll give me another bonus. But first, I have to figure out a way. Okay. Alright, I got 10,000 points. Sweet deal. I think it's time to get me a cat. Yes. And it increases. I have 4 more bones. So let's see. And I get a bonus of 1,000 for that. There's a key now there. Oh, lucky me. Now, how arcade-like is this game? This is pretty much arcade perfect almost. Except, of course, it's missing the hawk. Get that. Get the pair of spectacles. Yeah! Now, I'm safe in here for right now. Now, unlike Pac-Man, the cats really don't have much of a logic. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. Ta-da! Bonus mouse! Heck yeah! I feel thrilled. Oh, music change even. Does it make the game any more exciting? Nah. Again, cute game. Doesn't have the same charm as Pac-Man. But... oh, going right into a cat. Idiot. And the bonus resets, that's fine. Go get him. Go get him. Yeah. Get the key. Yeah. Now, without the hawk there, it makes the game much more easier, so we might just pause. And let's do a soft reset. And what the hell, let's try level 4.
Good night.
Good night, sir. That's my son wishing me good night. Okay, here we go. Skill level 4. Oh, the cat's already out. And let's... There's the hawk. So I gotta get into the inn. I'll make the hawk go away. Temporarily. Oh! Much harder game. Now whether I'm dog or not, the hawk gets me, I am dead. Come on. Oh, bad. Go away, hawk. Oh, and that's the end of the game. Much harder game with the hawk around. Will admit. What good times. What good times indeed. There are other games out there as well. Like I said, there's Carnival, there's Venture, Ladybug, Turbo, unfortunately Smurf, and Cosmic Adventure. But that's basically why I got ColecoVision. Those handful of games, because I love the arcade. I used to go into the arcades all the time, and that was my thing. And you can check out all this, by the way, if you happen to go to the Facebook page, Retro Games Fan. Sign up there. You can talk about all your favorite old games from the beginning of time to the end of the 20th century. Everything in between. Check them out, and you might see some of my crap in there as well. Speaking of which, I also have a Twitter page. I have a YouTube page. I have a second YouTube page. The first one's with all the stuff that's no longer here on Twitch. Second one's Match Game. I also have an Instagram page with all the crap that I've collected over the last 46, 47 years. And I'm going to go ahead. I got some stuff to do tonight. I just want to kind of make sure you all out there think the best. Like I said, London Lass is doing better, but she has a long way to go. And in the meantime, I'm just doing this to keep my sanity, I guess. I love her very much. I will check you all out next time. Don't have really much of a schedule. I will not be on tomorrow night. I will try to be on Thursday night, God willing. And next time I'm on, we'll be doing some more Soul Blazing with Soul Blazer from Enix back in 1992 for the Super Nintendo. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Good night.